Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius, this is going to be your general reading. Remember to take what hits, leave what doesn't. No, not everything's going to be for you. Aquarius, you guys have went through a major rebirth. Now, I feel like a lot of you have been heavily focused on the future. You know, it seems scary to not know what's going to happen, the what ifs. There's a lot of things that you're overthinking about, and Spirit is saying you don't need to worry. Behind the scenes there's growth, there's sun, there's light in your future. Okay, I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be enjoying time with family, feeling really happy, abundant. I'm seeing money look good. I also see you guys being responsible, not overspending. A lot of you guys are releasing things. This could be trauma, ways of being, ways of doing, okay, ways of thinking. A lot of you are coming into your like most highest self and you don't even realize it. You guys would be seeing a lot of black crows or just hearing a lot of cawing, and I feel like this is when you almost feel like you're getting messages, in a sense, like you're being freed of some negativity. Now I do see a lot of celebration coming in for you, Aquarius. I feel like now it's time for you to really enjoy your life. You keep getting this card, and I feel like because it's now you're able to. You're able to live in your power, live in your presence, live in your true identity. Some of you feel like you're growing, but you're growing in a way where you can actually enjoy your life. Maybe in the past you weren't really able to, and now things are just kind of coming to you freely, and you feel good about it. You feel deserving. Okay, now I'm seeing a lot of you need to trust your intuition moving forward, because so far you've been getting justice, you've been getting a lot of good balanced cards, and I feel like you deserve them, Aquarius. I do see a lot of you guys removing a blindfold, so there's something that you're seeing for what it really is. A lot of you are now facing fears, you're facing realities of situations. You're not letting the blindfold or things hold you back anymore. Okay, I'm seeing a wish coming true. If there's something you want, it's coming in. This could have to do with finances, a pay raise, promotion, more time at work. You definitely have a lot of people watching you for whatever you do at work. This is not going to be for everybody, but for some of you, there is someone who is very envious of you, or just maybe your light. Ignore people like this and keep your personal life out of work, okay? Now I'm seeing a lot of releasing. You could be releasing bad habits. Definitely seeing healthiness coming in for you. Yeah, you're no longer feeling like depressed or sad. You have a light being shed on you in your health this month and next month. I'm seeing like a lot of results, changes. This could be actual like physical changes, like you're just feeling and looking better, okay? I'm also seeing if you are struggling financially, you're feeling very stuck within the next, week to two, or with some sort of situation, you're going to be coming out of this. You're cutting away from this energy. There was something you were worried about paying, or worried about, or maybe had to like pay out. I'm not sure what this is, but you're Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. This could happen like next week, just don't worry about it, because whatever it is, you're not going to need to worry. It'll be a waste of a worry. Yeah, you've overcome something. You're going to realize that and be very happy. Or this could have already played out, and now you're cutting away from that energy. Spirit is saying you will have distractions. Make sure to stay grounded, okay? Stay focused on your results, on what you want to achieve. For some of you, could be wanting to go back to school. You could be wanting to do something different, and I feel like a lot of you need to push. Don't get distracted. Don't allow delays to hold you back, okay? I'm seeing goals come in, expansion. There's something you want, Aquarius. You can't make it up. There's something that you want, and it is here for the taking. If you've been wanting to know if you should do it, yes, okay? I'm seeing you going into hermit mode. For some of you, you like to be alone sometimes. So this could be needed this week, okay? I'm seeing you trusting, don't believe in illusions, believe in reality. Don't believe in false narratives. I feel like a lot of people try to paint pictures for you, but you know, Aquarius, you know the truth, okay? You have good news coming in, and you're being called to stay determined during hard times. I feel like your hard times are more having to do with energy, you know, dealing with other energy, you know, being motivated to continue, you know, when it comes to your work, your endeavors, some of you for school, relationships, whatever it may be. You're being called to be creative and motivated. So make sure you use that. White feathers could be significant. Also, someone could have stubbed their toe recently. Okay? I love you.